it is very much about religion, because understand, the section of society that Dalits in India inhabit is also the same part that Sunni Muslims here inhabit. Remember, the Shia are way ahead in terms of their socio-economic development. Shias are amongst the richest community in India. And, they've always been very progressive. They've gotten rid of triple talaq long back. The Sunnis still have this, hum is desh pe rule karte the, and that kind of hangover. And they choose the worst kind of leaders you can possibly get. They, because they themselves are stuck in a vicious cycle. They choose demagogues who keep giving them dreams and things like that, and achieve nothing. So what happens here is, technically, if this was not about religion, assume this community was a Muslim community, do you think this attack could have happened? It would have been a shared ground which they could have shared completely.
That do not happen on Muslims?
Obviously, they do not see themselves as part of this community, which is why they came and attacked. They may see them as neighbors, but they have an economic incentive to go land grabbing. And this is, of course, how Sunni polity is. The depressed Sunni polity. Remember, there are very few very rich Sunni leaders in this country who have essentially used their community for their own personal gain and done absolutely nothing for the community. But in this particular case, religion had everything to do with it. Had these people also been Muslim, they would have not been removed from here. Had their right to live there. I don't know what the legal basis of this case is. Is it occupied land? Is it granted land, or whatever?
Well, it is state land which was occupied. It belongs to nobody, and therefore the state should have been left to the state to take any action. But the reason these Hindus were exorcised, in a sense, kicked out, is because the community, the local community there, which is in dominant numbers, claimed it for a madrasa. That much has been established. So there was an implicit, if not explicit, religious basis to all of this. And the party that came up with Hindu terror, Saffron terror, all sorts of connotations, whose own leader cried buckets at Batla House, is telling us that we never look at things from a Hindu-Muslim perspective. What can be more shocking than this?
If you remember, Batla House was the biggest conspiracy theory around.